All right, Joe, let's make the ragu. And
Nice.
it's a labour of love. Low and slow. You can use a pressure cooker. I never think it comes out exactly the same.
I agree, it's
you
too
know?
runny.
Yeah.
Right?
It just needs that, low heat, or you can put it in the oven on a low temperature as well. But low and slow, always for the most beautiful ragu.
That's often what I do. I do it in my big cast iron pot.
Nice.
And then I put it in a low oven, and then I don't have to worry about it.
That's it. Beef chuck. You
Yeah.
can use any slow braising beef for this. Secondary cut, nice and cheap. And we're going to seal off the meat. Just nice colour on the meat. And then we're going to take the meat out and go in with all the veggies, which you're going to do for me, please, Joe.
I'm chopping all these?
Yeah, small dice for the onion, the carrot, the celery. So while this is browning, I'm going to chop up some garlic. For me, you can't have too much garlic in this dish. Go heavy. Go heavy or go home. What's that the saying?
Something like that.
Something along those lines.
Not sure it's ever been applied to garlic before, but I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you.
But yeah, this is such a classic. For me, this is my kind of comfort food. When I want a big hug, it's the sort of dish I make for the family.
Yes.
All right. You can see that's already browned off on the first side quite quickly. Doesn't take too long. So I'm just going to let that brown for another minute or so, and then we can take it out and start to go into veggies. All right, so we've got all our veggies in there now. You can see the onions, they're nicely caramelized, but not too dark. The carrots are sweating off the celery. I've added in the bay leaf already. I'm going in now with my rosemary, and then we're gonna go in with the tomato paste. Now, I am very old school with tomato paste, as you probably already know. I like to brown it off slightly first. That's why I've created almost a little space in the middle of the pan for direct heat. And then we just let that cook out, because it cuts down on the acidity of the tomato paste, and it will brown it and give your sauce a much darker, richer colour, which also helps with the flavour, of course. So now we're going to deglass that. See all the sediment at the bottom of the pan from the beef and from the veggies and from that tomato paste. We'll deglass it with some red wine.
That's the deliciousness right there at the bottom of the pan.
And for so many years in restaurants, people would use cooking wines and cooking brandies and things like that. And ultimately, we all realise why, because you taste it in the sauce. So now I use good wines. If I will drink it, I'll cook with it. That's my rule for anything with food. And it makes such a difference to your sauces. So at this stage now, I'm going to add that beef back in. And you can see all the juices from the beef resting as well. All of it back in, please. And then we're going to add in our tomatoes. And then we're going to add in 600 ml of beef stock. And then I'm just going to let that come back to the boil, drop to a simmer straight away, and leave to just gently cook down 2.5 to 3 hours, basically until the meat's nice and tender, soft, and literally just pulling apart. This is one of my joys in life, Joe. I love making pasta.
I've made pasta with you before.
We did. We did last season, didn't we? That was after I just got off a plane. I was very jet lagged.
Yes. Yeah, we made pasta and I made you debone a chicken. It was great. It was a good first date.
That was a nice hello. That's a Scottish hello, right? So I'm just using a nice 00 flour, mid-protein. It's perfect for pasta. Pizza as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it the old way because, you know what? I've got 2.5 hours for this to slowly cook, so why not? So just create a little well in the middle of my flour.
There's something just so wholesome about this, don't you think? On the board, nothing electric going.
It's mindfulness for me.
Yeah.
I do it with the kids. It's not mindfulness. When I do it when they're not home, I love it. It's relaxing. But basically, just crack your eggs into the middle. And I'm going to just start whisking. Oh, Joe, you can do this bit, actually.
Oh, sure. I'd
Just
love to.
whisk up the eggs. I'm going to add in a little bit of olive oil. Just a tablespoon.
I want to say something in defence of pasta here, because this is another food that I think people think is not very good for them.
Oh, really?
And I want to remind you, this is not ultra-processed food. It's the ultra-processed food we've got to be mindful of and not have too much of. There's no doubt that there's a problem with too much ultra-processed. This is in category 3, which is processed, yes, because we're using ground flour. But look at these ingredients. It's actually relatively simple.
Absolutely. And there's so many beautiful pasta products on the market now, but making it yourself with some good flour is also an incredible experience.
OK, you're teaching me what to do here. So am I bringing the flour in?
Absolutely. Just slowly bring the flour in from the outside. I like this.
It's kind of fun. Have a go at this at home. I know. I feel like I'm being taught by it's not Nonna.
You know who taught me? I never made pasta at home. It wasn't something that we ate in abundance at all.
Yeah.
But in one of my first restaurants, I was taught how to make pasta by Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, well, there you go.
So it may not be a Nonna, but
It's Gordon.
It's Gordon. Just let it slowly
so
work its way in.
Kind of the gluten starting to do its job.
That's it. And you should be watching the gluten almost activate with each movement. That's it, Joe. That's really come together nicely.
Yeah, I feel like this is the time to get the hands in.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. So we basically just bring it in now, and then you're almost just working it together. It looks like it's quite dry. It's not at the consistency you would expect, but you just take your time. And that's why I say it's mindfulness for me. It's like working a dough. Just slowly, slowly bring it in and knead with the heel of your palms. It will take about 10 minutes for that to get to exactly where you want it to be. And then I'm just gonna wrap it in some Glad wrap, and then I'm gonna pop it in the fridge and rest it until the ragu's ready. But Joe, I don't want to take over. Do you want to keep going?
Sure.
All yours. So we've got our pasta sheets ready now, and I'm literally just gonna cut it through like this. That's it. So easy, so simple.
I was going to say it's much easier than doing the whole spaghetti and having to hang it out drying around the house.
Yeah. Obviously, if you weren't going to cook it straight away, you would need to do that, otherwise it will all stick. But my water's ready, my ragu's nearly done. I'm going to pop it in the water, and then we're going to serve up.
Oh, that is looking absolutely delicious, Mike.
Yeah. I just love making fresh pasta. So fun.
Wholesome.
It is wholesome.
It feels wholesome. That's lovely.
And my sauce to pasta ratio is spot on for me.
No, I'm with you. I never understand that sort of loads of pasta and hardly any sauce. Give me the ragu. A little bit of pasta, Parmesan cheese on top.
Oh, you
Happy days.
Absolutely read my mind, Joe. So I'm just going to serve it up. Not fancy, but just delicious and filling. And a little hug.
It is. This is real comfort food.
Absolutely.
And many family traditions.
It is, absolutely. New one for my family, but one that I'm absolutely loving creating.
I'm sure lots of Aussies have learned this from their nonnas over the years. Oh, look at that.
And then couldn't not finish it with lots and lots of beautiful Parmesan. There you have it, my beef ragu, fresh Pappadelle.
So come on, Mike, we've got to try this. I'm prepared to share.
Well, you definitely get to go first for this one.
Oh, that's just so lovely. Do you know what's nice also is you've done those pappardelles just the right sort of mouth-sized pieces. I don't have to soak spaghetti up.
Do you know what? I'm so used to making it for my kids that I cut it short. And that's probably sacrilege, but it just makes my life a lot easier.
Oh. Oh, that's just delicious. There is something different about fresh pasta.
The bite.
Yes.
the chew you get on it is always different.
It's just delicious. And that meat is falling apart, melting, and I hardly have to chew it.
Yeah.
Just
it's
delicious.
Soft, it's tender, it's rich, it's meaty. It's everything you want, you know. It is a little hug. My beautiful family recipe from my family to yours.